The guys they offered for Lauri, Podziemski, Kuminga, of course, is pretty decent, and Trace Jackson-Davis. Podziemski's been crapping to bed this year.
Yeah.
He's been looking horrendous.
That's the most glaring thing.
He's out of the rotation almost completely right now.
Wow.
Well, no, he's been having to play because D'Anthony Melton's out for the season.
Yeah.
But Brandin Podziemski was the only reason why the Warriors would not trade for Lauri Markkanen. He was as untouchable as Victor Wembanyama. That can't happen. It can't. Lauri Markkanen's prime is going to be wasted now in Utah because they're doing nothing. And now he can't be traded until July 15th.
Wow.
So it kind of is what it is.
That hurts.
Also, I do have an update on the Scotty Barnes injury. It is a right ankle injury, and it doesn't look very good. So presumably next week we'll probably be talking about a Scotty Barnes injury.
Okay.
So prayers up to him. But, Gio, I'll let you kind of cook up with the Warriors considering you love them so much.
Yeah, considering that I love the Warriors, no. But, no, obviously they should have traded for Lauri. I'm pretty sure we all were saying that, right?
It made the perfect sense.
Yeah, we all were saying get Lauri Markkanen because then you would actually be for real contenders. Right now, they're fake contenders if you ask me.
Pretenders.
They're pretenders,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just Steph and a bunch of
Yeah.
pretty good role guys.
Some pretty good role guys.
That's
Yeah.
it.
But you're not going to go deep in the playoffs with that team. No chance.
Yeah.
In the East,
So-
you could have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
In the West, not at all.
No, not a shot.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you have Lauri on this team, you're probably looking at around a little better bit of a record, but you're also, Podziemski has been out of the rotation for
Right.
a while. Trace Jackson.
I can't believe he was untouchable.
Yeah. He's not out of the rotation. He's just not playing good.
Yeah, he's not. But yeah, but he was not starting anymore. That's what I mean. Out of the rotation.
Oh, okay. No,
he's not starting.
Rotation
anymore.
is like the first 8 or 9 guys off the bench.
Oh no, yeah, he's still playing now. I see that he's getting bench minutes.
He's out of the
Kaminga.
lineup.
Kaminga's doing decent.
Yeah.
Of course, we know that.
we knew
And then
that.
Trace Jackson-Davis would have probably been a
He's
throw.
all right.
He's okay.
Yeah.
And then the draft picks, we don't know what they were going to be. But
Right.
the main piece is doing remarkably bad. That was supposed to be the main piece of the
Pods.
trade for.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, I'm just perplexed because they, obviously Pods was due for either a second-year leap or a sophomore slump. So I understand, as well as he played last year, it's hard to replicate that. They're reluctant to pay Jonathan Kuminga any sort of high contract. The Jazz would have done it in a freaking heartbeat. So, it made sense. And, Wiggins is playing good this year, but Wiggins has lost him a lot of games in the fourth quarter. So the trade made perfect sense. Really, outside of Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, when he scores 20-plus points this season, they're 7-0. So when he's on, he's a humongous help. But Buddy Hield's not a second option. And that's the one thing the Warriors have lacked. Since Clay's gone, obviously, now.
He's also super inconsistent.
Who, Buddy Hield?
Yeah.
That's what happens with three-point specialists. They're streaky.
Right.
So you're going to have bad games here and there.
Yeah.
But as far as I see, it's just the lack of a second scoring option is just, it's glaring. And Lauri Markkanen would have been the perfect second scoring option next to Steph Curry because he's a 3-level scorer. And, without him now, you're kind of playing with house money. You don't have you have a lot of live body talent, but not a lot of draft assets and stuff like that. But it could have worked. And look, I think, on all ends of the floor, Pods has been dreadful, and Steve Kerr's called him out on press conferences.
Oh, wow.
But look, that's what happens. The Anthony Melton was kind of a glue guy because before the injury, the Warriors were 9-2, 5th in defense, 2nd in offense. Since his injury, they're 3-6. They're 5th in defense still, but they've fallen all the way to 28th in offense.
Wow.
So DeAnthony Melton was kind of providing a spark off the bench for them. Brandin Podziemski just can't really do that. So to answer your question, Antoine, I agree in the sense that they did fuck the offseason up.
Well, they could still save it. The deadline is in February, but they're going to be going after someone that's not named Lauri Markkanen.
That's the problem because you're gonna have to settle for a guy, and because it's midway through the season, their value is going to be higher than in the offseason. So you're going to have to pay more for less.
And I don't know who would come out to them. They need a big body. They don't need any guards. Levine's off the table. Ingram probably's off the table. I think you don't want that injury problem if he does come over.
That's who they want.
I wouldn't do that if I were them.
What is Ingram, 6'11"? He has some size.
Yeah, I would prefer Brandon Ingram over Andrew Wiggins in a heartbeat.
I over Wiggins.
Yeah,
but
because right now, the Warriors need anything at this point. Outside of Steph Curry, the only player that's up their game is Kevon Looney.
Right.
and he's their backup center.
That's fine.
So really, you're going to
Kavon.
offload Wiggins, Kuminga, and most likely Pods in any trade you get for a
Yeah.
small forward or just like
Yeah.
an elite wing. Because who else could you potentially get besides Ingram? Kuzma, like
Yeah.
Kuz wouldn't be bad.
Kuzma.
No, he'll be bad.
He would
he'd
be
be
very
bad?
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that they should have kept Jordan Poole?
Yeah.
That's another question. Instead of trading his contract
I think
away.
they should have.
It's
'Cause
just
Poole is hooping.
It's just unfortunate because that's completely on Draymond.
Yeah.
It's completely on Draymond.
Yeah.
Because Poole's mental on the Warriors since the punch
Yeah, I know.
been gone.
I know.
So if he was on the Warriors still, I don't think he'd be playing this good.
Maybe you're right.
True.
but My goodness, that was a promising future
Yeah.
before that whole situation had for Jordan Poole.
He
He was supposed to take the reins from Steph Curry,
Yeah.
keys to the franchise, and then that happened. But let me ask you guys about Pods, because he was very promising in his rookie season, and so far the season has been very bad. What do we think on the future of his career? Like, do we see him like getting better? Do we see him staying like this, or what do you think?
I think he needs to find the right role because
Yeah.
I think we saw in Toronto, Scotty Barnes' second season was abysmal. I mean, he was just awful on both ends. And now look at him. I mean, he's one of the best. He's like one of the most improved players in the NBA now. Now, I don't think Pods is going to be anywhere near Scotty Barnes' level.
Okay.
But I don't think the Warriors is the right team for him.
What's his ceiling?
As far as like a player comparison,
You can just say that, or like all-star.
I've said this since the moment he stepped foot in the league. This is a smaller ass Kyle Lowry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He is an elite grifter.
Okay.
And that's what he does best. Taking charges, being a pest. I think
Kyle Lowry.
he's going to play a Kyle Lowry role, just not as good of a player. Because we all know Kyle Lowry's like a championship cornerstone.
For sure.
We know how good he is. But the Warriors are not the right team for Pods.